You know, whenever a YouTuber goes multiple weeks or months without posting, they normally come back on and say, oh my gosh, guys, my life has been so crazy. There's so much going on. I'm sorry for not posting. And while all that does describe my life pretty well these past couple months, I have something for you guys in exchange for the patience you have shown my brother and I the past couple months. This is something we've never done on the channel before, but I'm so hyped to announce that for the next 12 days, get it, the 12 days of Christmas holiday special, we will be daily uploading new car reveals. This is the first video, get it, the 13th, and then we end on the 24th, 12 days. I'm going to work so hard at this to get this done for you guys. My whole life will be editing the next 12 days, but I'm gonna make it happen for you guys because we owe you, and what a fun way to do a little Christmas special. Oh, and to add a nice little cherry on top, at the end of 12 days, we are giving away another one of our cars. So if you're not already following our giveaway page at Free Car Giveaways on Instagram, go do that because on Christmas, somebody is going to be winning most likely our R3 RX-8 6-speed manual. You guys know that car. So if you want to win the car, go follow the page and enjoy the 12 days of Christmas special. And if you can correctly guess what is the first car to be revealed next video, I'll give you a couple hints here, then you'll win a free t-shirt. I'll pick a correct guess from the comments, but it is from the 70s and it has 4 carburetors. That's all I'm gonna say. If you guess it right in the comments, you might just win a free t-shirt. So as you guys know, we took delivery of our Lucid Air Grand Touring last video up in Montana. We were gonna keep it there for maybe the winter, springtime, as long as we wanted. But we got the call from the Ford dealership that our Ford Lightning actually arrived. We ordered a few of them, 3 of them, and 1 arrived. I had just flown out of Montana. I went over to California, and then the news came that the Lightning was done and it needed to be picked up. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I just left. So Christian ended up flying to Montana to go pick up the Lightning, and he was gonna drive it home. And he was like, you know what? Why pay to have the Lucid shipped when I could tow it back on the Lightning? That could either be the greatest thing you've ever thought of or the stupidest plan ever, because it's over 1,000 miles with an electric pickup truck that is known to not have the best range when towing heavy loads, especially Lucid that weighs like well over 5,000 pounds plus the trailer. That's a lot of weight, and it's the standard battery pack, and it's the middle of winter. All of those factors mean terrible range, and he's gonna risk driving over 1,000 miles.
I think we can pull this together. I'm optimistic.
He ended up planning the route. He realized that in Wyoming, the chargers are so few and far between, it would not be possible to get through Wyoming. So he ended up calling up our dad, who was in Montana at the time, and he's like, okay, yo, we both need to drive through Wyoming, and then we'll go pick up a trailer in Colorado, and then we'll throw it on the trailer from there and drive the rest of the way home to Arizona. So that was the plan, and you'll see in this video, it was a crazy, crazy 4 days or something.
Flashback.
Alrighty, that was probably a custom intro because we are getting right into it. I just landed, actually I landed 45 minutes ago at Billings Airport because I've spent the last 45 minutes planning, route planning. It felt like flight planning. It was quite intense. I thought we were gonna hop in the Lucid, go grab the Lightning and hit the road, but not anymore. There's only like 2 DC fast chargers in the whole state of Wyoming, so this is not so good. The charger is out of commission in Casper, out of commission in Rawlins, and out of commission in Cheyenne. So fortunately, there's one in Gillette, and that's like the only one. So we're gonna have to go out of our way to Gillette and then hit a level 2 slow charger just to be able to make it all the way to Colorado on one shot. Nearly 300 miles, the Lightning gets 230 miles. We are going to hypermile this thing, probably cruising at like 45 and using a Tesla destination charger with our Tesla tap. I think that is the best solution that we came up with, and it's not even that great of a solution. We are up here on top of the rims. The city of Billings is just over that bluff. We are gonna hit the road, but very slowly and surely and methodically. Alrighty, we just made it up Zimmerman Trail in Billings. The Lightning is trailing. The Lightning is gonna have to super hypermile it. The real competition is going to be miles per kilowatt hour. This is averaging 2.7. We really need to be averaging above 2 on the Lightning. Alrighty, first charging stop of the trip, and you knew there was gonna be a story. It can never work on the first try, okay? But we persisted because of the positive reviews on PlugShare. Only one person said that they couldn't get it to work, however that person was recently, so we were a little discouraged. We were going to leave, and then I thought, let me just open up my app and try to do it like manually and see if that makes a difference. And yes, that made all the difference. So it is a charge point little mini half-size charger. It was labeled as free on PlugShare, so we were thinking it was just going to be a plug-in, no nonsense, but sure enough it was that kind of crap. Our charge point card is inside of our Apple Wallet, and it's got RFID kind of function here. So I held up my phone, nothing. And I went in through the app and I clicked start charge on the app. I did it once, it said contacting charger failed. I did it twice, contacting charger failed. Third time's the charm. I went over and I tapped on the charger, bang on it, see if it works. And then what do you know, it friggin' worked. Absolutely ridiculous, but we are happy, thankful that there is one here at the Honda dealership. The second hardest part, the next leg is the hardest part, but so far so good.
The next morning.
Well, good morning everybody. Last night, I knew we would be in for an adventure. That was an adventure. Sorry I didn't film any of it because we were kind of just worried about getting to the next charger. But we did, and we actually had to split up. I'm here in the Lucid. Kinda was counting on these chargers working here at this public campground. And well, they all had padlocks on the breaker panels, except for campground number 3 here, which I was counting on plugging into that 1450. Turned on the 50 amp breaker, no juice. This panel's not getting any power supplied to it, so no charging last night. Could not keep the heater going all night, and so it was a little bit chilly, but that's okay. Some luxuries we are giving up on this trip. So fortunately, I can make it to the next charger, whereas the Lightning, luckily, there was a Tesla destination charger that my dad spent a good 4 hours at in order to make it to Cheyenne, Wyoming, where we're headed to next. Thank goodness for our planning and our over-planning, because we have stopped at every backup. We planned like 2 backup chargers for every leg, and we've used all those backups. So looks like we'll make it to Cheyenne and make it to Denver here shortly, where in Henderson, Colorado, there is a bright new shiny trailer that we organized. You remember that we bought that lay on the ground Futura trailer from Oceanside, California, Complete Trailers' location. Picked up the Lamborghini Murcielago, that blue one. We've been using that Futura trailer a ton. There's another lay flat trailer, a Timpty lay flat trailer, their new version, torsion bar, lay flat. Instead of picking it up in Oceanside, California, as I was planning to, as we ordered it to, I called them yesterday. I was literally in the airport saying, hey, I'm gonna be in Colorado possibly tomorrow. Do you happen to have any of these trailers in stock in Colorado? And they said, in fact we do. This worked out perfectly. We'll be able to pick up the trailer in Colorado with the Lightning, and then save some miles on the Lucid, save maybe a couple rock chips on the Lucid while it doesn't have PPF, be at maximum load on the trailer. We're gonna be at 7,000 pounds gross weight on the trailer. This will be a real life, long distance, max load towing test with a standard range Lightning. It did not go well for Hoovy, and that was just across flat Kansas, and we're trying to go through the Rockies. We're in for it now. We're really asking for it, but we do those kind of things. Alrighty, this view might look familiar to many EV fans. This is the charge point charger at the Come and Go in Wellington, Colorado. Out of spec reviews, Kyle swears by it. Let's see if it treats us well. Alrighty, so we just got here and the Ford Lightning is already charging. Charge point, DC fast charging, better experience than charge point AC slow charging the other night. The charge port door closes automatically on the Lucid after like, I don't know, 30 seconds or a minute. Slightly inconvenient. I've run into this a couple times. Alrighty, finally whipping back out the camera, honestly, because that sunrise, is it showing up? I hope so. Pretty nice. Here in Trinidad, Colorado, technically Starkville, and we're just chugging along. The Lightning and the Lucid strapped down. It is towing it beautifully. Can't feel it back there. Such a smooth ride. Now we can tag team the driving. That's why we're making some decent progress, even though our range gets pretty much cut in half. So we're barely making it from charger to charger. I think this next leg, or the one after, is gonna be the toughest one. Don't think we're gonna make it, and there's only one level 2 charger on the way. So if that one's out of order, we are screwed. So let's hope it's not, or we're probably gonna drive like maybe like 40 miles per hour, 35 miles per hour, and see if we can barely make it the whole way. But anyway, these Electrify America stations are oftentimes at Walmart's, and so clearance bakery, day old bakery, got 2 donuts and some banana nut muffins. That's the way to do it, falling on a budget. All right, we just climbed up Raton Pass into New Mexico. We're down at 0.7 miles per kilowatt hour, but now we just cleared the pass and our energy usage meter went from lots of blue energy being expended to a little bit of green, and we'll see how much we can bump up this 0.7 miles per kilowatt hour. If it's stuck like that the whole way, we extrapolated that out, we would not be making it to Wagon Mound, New Mexico. "42 miles of range to spare." We just exited for the beautiful city of Wagon Mount, New Mexico, where there's literally nothing but a gas station and what we're looking for, Electrify America. Finally, our first charging buddy. We have been at many charging stations, as you know. Not a single fellow charger. .3 kilowatts, kind of slow, 32 amps as usual. I don't know why more of these aren't 40 amps, 48 amps. All the destination charger, Tesla destination chargers at hotels are 80 amps. This is the only charger between, where in New Mexico did we leave? Until, where in New Mexico are we going? We're here in Las Vegas, New Mexico. And we're gonna walk, get a bite to eat, because we need probably 2 hours on this thing.
Many hours later.
Amazon big rig on its side.
one frozen wasteland later.
Well, good morning everybody. We were up all night long just on a rough stretch of I-40. There were dozens of cars littered across the median, jackknifed, well off the road. Where in New Mexico? It's like a dude's name. Grants, New Mexico to Gallup, New Mexico. It's supposed to be an easy 50-mile leg, so we only charged up to 90% because this Lightning is like charges at a snail's pace after 90%. So we just took 90% and went on our way. We plugged it in Gallup into the navigation and all was okay. And then as we get about a quarter of the way there, it updates. Significant delay, adds an hour to your trip or something. And yeah, sure enough, multiple accidents. And then one happened just in front of us. Ultimately, just putted along at like 10 miles per hour. And fortunately, the truck and trailer performed beautifully. This stretch from Gallup to Winslow is like 130 miles or something, I think. A little bit more range than what we can do with this setup, so we're definitely going to be spending a few hours at one of two possible charger options. Hopefully at least one of them works. But oh, and one other thing, while I enjoy my Walmart bakery discounted banana chocolate chunk muffins, I'm going to enjoy the heat at full blast right now. I'm even going to turn on this electric heat. I wasn't really worried about filming. I was focusing on what the heck we're gonna do if this lasts even longer, because we had no idea. Hours and hours, and it could have been all night long. Well, it pretty much was all night long. It's daytime and we left at the nighttime, so I guess it did, but we still made it here because we were freezing our butts off. I was wearing my hat and I found a pair of wool socks. I threw those on top of my socks. We just had our heated seats on. Totally might not have been able to make it, and might have been like a bunch of other people that were out of gas on the side of the road. We very well were close to being out of electricity.
A lot of boring math later.
Alrighty, so finishing up here at the Electrify America station. We were at 97, 98%, and then it randomly jumped to 100. So I unplugged it, and then as soon as I unplugged it, it said we're down at 98%, and we really need every last drop for this 130-mile leg. And so then I plugged it back in, and it jumped back up to 100%, charging station paused, but we're not quite at our like 125 that we were being rated before. We're just being rated 117. So it kind of seems to me like we're at 98, but I'll try this one more time and then we hit the road. Down at 98% again. Frickin' heck. Well, that's just an extra hour we're gonna have to spend on the level 2 campground charger. There's our range ring, checkered flag, out of range. So people talk about Lucid, software, glitches, bugs, complaints. Turn off my heated seat, my butt's on fire, go away. And back on 3 levels of heated seat. Well guys, you're not gonna believe it. We are in Winslow, Arizona, and we didn't update you in Holbrook, Arizona because we didn't need it. Somehow, my fantastic hypermiling driving, we had some killer specs. 1.7 miles per kilowatt hour. Been driving for 2 hours and 40 minutes. This is the average over 126 miles that it took to get here. And most importantly, we still have 25 miles remaining. That means we're doing 151 miles on this tank we could have done. Could have gone even further. I was thinking about skipping Winslow and shooting for Flagstaff, but that's another 80 miles. So back the other day when we were hooking up our new Timpty from Complete Trailers in Henderson, Colorado, and remembered that this new Timpty requests a 14 to 16 inch coupler height. I don't have a tape measure, but then I remembered, tailgate of the truck, there's a tape measure. Gotta film this real quick, it's really annoying. I don't remember running into this issue with the Lightning Platinum that we had months ago. I don't know if it's a software update-y kind of thing. Obviously, we always want to charge it up to 100% every time. Every time it keeps setting the maximum charge to 90%, and it even says that it'll charge when it's plugged in. Bull crap. 3 times in a row, I keep plugging in and forgetting to first adjust the maximum charge limit. You have to now click this 3 buttons every single time. Now, go do the Electrify America stuff. Just do it like Tesla. Just copy Tesla. All right, everybody, you joined me at the second to last charging stop of the trip. Actually, second to last DC fast charging. We got one more in Anthem, and we're probably gonna hit a level 2 charger. This time, we don't feel bad about blocking chargers 2 and 3 because they're both broken. Oh, no way. No way. The Ford just stopped itself at 90%. It was just at 89%. I checked the main screen. I checked the gauge cluster also. It said 100% charged at this time. And the frickin' thing just stopped at 90% again. How annoying. Charge to set level, bull crap. I checked, it was 100% 10 times, so. And to explain, the reason it's such a problem is because getting these Electrify America chargers started in the first place is such a problem, so annoying. Anyway, we're gonna press on because over 90% you only get like 10 kilowatts anyway. The charging curve just falls off the mat, falls on its face. So yeah, we'll get the same charge rate at the level 2 charger where we'll go have lunch. So, all right, we're leaving early, but annoying. Fix that like right now. It's ridiculous. Another example of what is the lightning thinking? I guess thinks that we're not gonna make it to the destination 10 miles away with 107 miles of range. And so it's sending us 30 miles backtracking to a level 2 charger just to make it to the level 2 charger 10 minutes away. Weird. All right, guys, we're in Camp Verde, Arizona. Look at this cool old Texaco gas pump we found. And then, oh my goodness, look at this. It's an electric car charging station. What? Oh, wait a second. This electricity is leaded electricity. We can't be using this. Okay, just this one time. See if it works. Look at that. It works. I think we're gonna go grab some lunch.